All right, all right. Welcome, everybody. We should be live now on YouTube. Welcome. This is EMP.Money. This is our live daily AMA and Detonator rollover event. My name is AJ. I am the project lead, and my co-host with the most, Bull Gates, is here with me as well. We do these AMAs every day, and again, there's a lot going on behind the scenes, so apologies for being a little bit late again today. But we're going to jump right into Detonator. Let me go ahead and pull up my screen. And again, those of you on YouTube, please comment, like, and subscribe to our channel. We're almost at 1,000 subs, so that's really impressive for about a month of YouTube. So again, I'm not a YouTuber, but this is a great platform to get our message out there. So, all right, give me 1 minute. Let me pull up Detonator. All right, there she is. Detonator is our daily ROI contract, our shining light in a crypto space full of uncertainty. One thing you can count on is Detonator looking massively healthy again today. We're already back over 61,111 LP. We had a pretty massive snipe already. 162 is the largest deposit of the day. So that's looking good. If you're new here, um, again, I have to go a little fast today because we're running behind. But Detonator is a daily ROI contract where you deposit your LP tokens, that's half EMP, half Ethereum, into Detonator, and that capital is locked up. And in turn, you're rewarded with 365% of your investment given to you at approximately between zero point 0.7 and 1% a day. And to reach your ROI potential. So it is a game. It's not an annuity. It's not an investment vehicle. But it's a very powerful game. And we're continuing to see the pool balance grow over day after day after day. So right now, again, with Ethereum still under $2,000, the dollar value in the pool is $3.6 million, almost 3.7, and we're at another almost all-time high pool balance of 61,127 LP. And we also give away 1% of our daily reward or the pool balance. So in today's case, it's 611 LP. It's 1% of the pool. That's given to the largest depositor of the day, which we call our snipers, because the idea is that you want to deposit the most amount before this 24-hour cycle ends, which we have about 5 minutes left. And then we give away that exact same amount, 1% to a random lottery winner. So it's a lossless lottery, meaning that you still get credit for your deposits. You get a ticket amount depending on how much you've deposited or claimed. I'm sorry, or compounded. And so yeah, it only takes one ticket to win. And today's winner again is getting about $37,000. Pretty incredible. And if you do win the largest deposit or the largest snipe, you're not able to withdraw that money immediately, which protects our community and our contract because you can't dump on our heads. But you're actually rewarded by being able to ROI on that winning. So again, it turns into over $100,000 over the life of the contract. So, Bull, my Bull Gates, my co-host with the most, are you there, brother?
Yep, here every day.
Every day,
I
man. Yeah.
Yeah, man, every day is a great day here at EMP. Like you said, the market looks scary, but everything really looks healthy, solid, and up and to the right here. So if you're new, jump in the community, jump in the academy. Yeah.
Yeah, brother. And we've had a busy day behind the scenes. I'll get into some announcements um,
Cool.
after the rollover here. But again, Detonator is looking extremely healthy. We'll see how many last minute deposits there are. But I have a feeling there's some whales circling. So we'll see if that 162 is able to hold up on the largest deposit. 2,880 participants. Again, we've been growing by at least 30 users, 20 or 30 users a day, and that's only going to exponentially grow as adoption increases. We've had some amazing YouTube coverage. One of our longtime participants, Josh from the DeFi guys, he won the lottery yesterday, and so he did a video about that today, and a lot of new users have been coming in. We're above PEG. Again, we're an algorithm project pegged to the price of Ethereum, 4,000 to 1. And as long as we're over peg, the ecosystem is expanding. The boardroom is printing. E-shares are valuable. Again, almost 1,800 bucks. E-share is becoming more valuable than ETH at this point. So, again, not financial advice, and make sure you're farming your e-shares, not necessarily buying them. So, but yeah, again, I know it's a lot. I went a little fast today because we're running out of time. But if you are new here, again, please feel free to join our Telegram and our Discord. There's about 50 mods that are willing and able to help at a moment's notice. Again, to help you learn the ecosystem and get involved here. So, all right, we have about 2 minutes left. Everybody make sure you're compounding at last minute, getting credit for all those tickets, and if you are the winner of the lottery or the snipe, we'd love to hear from you on our call-in on Telegram, or you can comment on YouTube or Discord as well. So, Bull, really fast, how many tickets today? Are we gonna break
8,200.
8,000?
8,200. We have a record so far. I'll try to keep a close eye exactly what it ends up, but obviously 8,300 now. There's a lot of people entering the system, so
Hell
good luck to
yes.
everybody.
Amazing news. That's an amazing stat. Again, we just broke 8,000 tickets, maybe even 9,000 by the time it's over with. So, all right, here we go. 1 minute left. Again, if you are going for the snipe, make sure you up your gas fees. That is something out of our control and has to do with Binance Smart Chain. But again, it's all part of our game theory. So here we go. Good luck, everyone. Wow, there's a snipe. 30 seconds. 387 is the new sniper. Let's see if that holds up. There may be a double or triple snipe. You never know. Good luck to them. 20 seconds. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Is 387 going to take it? I think it might have. Let me go ahead and refresh.
8,700 tickets, AJ.
Wow, another new record amount of participants today. And yeah, I think
387. Oh, I'm sorry. 387 was the winner.
all right, yeah, 387 did take it. So there you go. They were a little bit early today, and it held up. So congrats to them. Again, that's another part of our game theory because if you try to snipe too late or too close to that 24-hour window, then your deposit actually gets applied to the next day. So you don't want to wait too long. And they did an amazing job with that today. It was early enough that they could have resubmitted if the transaction failed, but did leave a window open for somebody to come in and snipe over top. But today, nobody did. So, again, amazingly healthy for the protocol. 61,924 LP. We may break 62,000 LP on this phone call. Again, it usually increases with everybody depositing for the next day of reward. So, new all-time high again in terms of pool balance, and we're almost the all-time high as far as dollar value, and that's with Ethereum being, about half of what it was when we launched Detonator. So really, really powerful. Bull, Detonator's a beast, man. Anything else you want to add with Detonator before we move on?
Yeah, it's a friendly beast, right? That can change your life. Either with winning that lottery or that 365. So, or changing your paper hands into diamond hands. So, the detonator, a beast in so many good ways.
For sure, brother. And again, not financial advice, but now would be the time to accumulate LP because it's pretty cheap, right, Bull? I haven't looked at the
Six,
numbers
yep,
today, but yeah,
yep, $60 for one LP.
right on. And we've seen that again at almost over 100, almost double what it is now. So, and again, for those of you that may not be too familiar, but because we do transact in LP tokens, half of that is ETH and half of that is um, EMP. And so, again, as the price of ETH comes up, so does the price of EMP. And not only based on math, but also based on our deep liquidity. I mean, again, last I looked, we're at about $20 million in total liquidity, and our TVL is continuing to rise. Again, we're going to be pushing 50 million TVL again over the next few days, few weeks. Again, the ecosystem is just so healthy. So, yeah, Bull, looking really good, my friend. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and jump on to questions. Give me 1 second. Well, let me give an update, but let me pull up my screen. Give me 1 moment.
And like AJ said, we're getting close to all-time highs again. That's what the market obviously pulling back or going sideways, however you want to look at it. That shows you the power of positive thinking, belief, and action. That translates into green candles and new investors.
All right, I think we're good now. Am I muted? Can you hear me, Bull? Sorry about that. Yeah.
Yep, you're good.
All right, awesome guys. So, yep, again, like Bull said, we've had some great coverage over the last few days. A lot of YouTubers that maybe left the project and came back, or are just now hearing about EMP and Detonator specifically. Are really giving us some love. So make sure when you see those videos posted, that you show up in the comments, that you you subscribe, you retweet. Speaking of Twitter, I started my own Twitter account yesterday. Again, I'll post the link when we're done here. But if I have time to create a Twitter account, that means each and every one of you on here has time to create a Twitter account, and that's free advertising for us. So again, engage with our official Twitter, our official YouTube. It's a great way to help your bags without any additional financial commitment. Again, comment, share, subscribe, all of that helps. So, and today was another really busy day. Again, I feel like I am on the phone, more than I'm off the phone these days. But I had a really, really awesome conference call with a potential new strategy in the esports arena. We are currently a partner of Zen Sports, and again, we don't probably promote it as much as we should, but they are continuing to kill it for us. We've been a partner with them for about 6 months now, and EMP is a sponsor of Splinterlands tournaments and Axie Infinity tournaments. We have a lot of traffic over there, more on Discord. So again, the esports tend to gravitate towards Twitch and Discord. So that's a lot more of the volume we're getting of new users from that end. But we're exploring some other partnership opportunities. In the esports world. So, really excited to give you more info on that when we can. Again, there's another amazing project as well that our very own Crypto Mike is working on. Again, he's still part of our team. What we talk, on a daily, if not weekly basis. But he's also doing a little bit of a side project that is going to bring a lot of value to the EMP community. And again, I can't wait to share that info as well. I've been teasing it for a while, but we're getting really, really close. The UI is coming along. Again, unfortunately, just with technology and code, it's always something. But we're not going to be delayed again. Another week to 10 days, we'll have at least something to show all of you. And yeah, we're looking really good. So one of the big announcements was our merchandise. So if you're a VIP member, you got early access to our merchandise. LA, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How did the soft launch go on the merch? I know people were buying it up left and right already, right?
Yeah, you guys have me real busy today. It went really well. We've got a ton of orders in already, and what's the coolest part about it is that we have orders from 6 different countries around the world. So EMP rocks.
I love it. That's incredible, LA. Again, it shows how amazing our community is and the reach of our community. We all speak, our own languages, but we all have the common language of EMP. So, yeah, that's really exciting. And we'll have our official launch to the public tomorrow at noon Eastern, right, LA? Are we still set for all that?
Yep. And there's a countdown clock attached to the pinned posts about merch. So if you're in another part of the world and you're not sure about Eastern Standard, just click on that and it'll count down for you. It'll be easier.
Perfect. Yep, and I will not be here. I usually take Fridays off of the AMA, but I'm sure whoever is on the AMA tomorrow will make sure to give all you guys a heads up on the merch being live. So yeah, really excited. And again, just to clarify a few things, we try to keep the merch as affordable as possible. There are, small profit margins built in to keep the lights on, so to speak, when it comes to paying for the hosting and the subscription of Shopify. But after that, when all the expenses are covered, that the rest of that is split, and a large portion of that will actually be going to buying back EMP. So not only are you able to get a pretty good deal on merch. Again, we don't have $50 t-shirts, like some other crypto projects. We want to make it affordable, but even on top of that, small profit margins, the profit that is made goes back into the project. So really awesome way we structured it. And we do, I know I saw a lot of people asking about paying with EMP. We do have plans on doing limited edition runs that again would be kind of a pre-order process that we would have you submit ahead of time, and then you can literally pay with EMP. So and that EMP would either be burned or bought back from the Treasury, and give another use case to EMP. So LA, anything else you want to add about merch?
Yeah, I'm gonna put a full set of instructions with the post tomorrow, but just a couple things just to drive home. If you are in Europe, before you press checkout, if you can just double, triple check that the items in your cart say European shipping in brackets beside the item name, and that you put them in your cart from the European customers tab. I just want to make sure that you're getting them from the right distributor. So just double check that. You're going to see when you go on the website, there's a tab for Europeans, and that will get you your items quicker and a little bit less on the shipping. And then the other thing is just for everybody, if you can just be really just be paying attention when you're ordering, because we're not able to change things once you put your order through, because the items are going to be made special just for you once you order them. So if you can just be mindful when you're putting your order through, because we won't be able to change things once you put it through. And that's all. And the rest is just having fun with it.
Perfect. Yep, absolutely, LA. You've been crushing it, and again, I know we say don't say it enough, but you have been absolutely, vital in the roles behind the scenes. I know you're on the phone pretty much all day today as well, troubleshooting, Printify and Shopify. So thanks for all the hard work. And yeah, we also have gift cards coming too, right? That was one thing I
Oh
saw.
yeah,
I
yeah,
was, yeah. Tell
forgot.
us about that. Those are killer. That was an amazing idea
Yes,
from Kirk, I
from
think,
Kirk.
right? Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, shout out to Kirk for this idea. I added gift cards to the website. So if you want to buy a friend or family member a gift card, you can do that. If there's a member of the community that you think deserves a props, you can buy them a gift card. It'll just send you a virtual code that you can put in at checkout. And so you just send the person the code, and it's just a really awesome little idea. So shout out to Kirk for that one. So you'll find that on the website now as well.
Killer, awesome. Yeah, I thought that was a brilliant idea, and we'll be doing some giveaways and some coupon codes. Again, we have big plans for merch. This is just our initial launch, getting the groundwork set up. And we think it's really important. Not only can merch become a revenue stream, but it also helps us again solidify our community and all the amazing emperors that are here. So yeah, awesome job, LA and Couch again, and Mike G. Those three really spearheaded the merchandise front. And again, we're really thankful because I have a lot on my plate. The rest of the team has a lot on our plate, and that's the beauty of the community and the army. Hey, if you want to step up and spearhead projects on your own, I mean that is what it's all about, and that really allows us to scale even faster because many hands make light work. So again, thank you guys so much. All right, awesome. Well, that's kind of all my updates for today. Again, I know we do this every 24 hours, so the fact that we have even any news, or pretty much some news for every AMA, I mean that's bullish. That goes to show that we don't- never take we never. There's plenty of time to rest when we're dead. Put it that way. So all right, awesome. Bull, we have
Perfect.
questions, man. Go ahead, man, or anything you want
Yeah,
to
yeah.
add, or
We had
anybody from the army?
yeah. I had one question on the merch for LA. So I was looking. Everything is perfect like usual from LA. But I did have one question because I couldn't find something, and it was mustache accessories. I don't know if there was a
Yeah.
category for that.
Yeah, that's coming, right, LA? Oh, yeah.
I'll have to ask AJ for his tips on what we should include when it comes to that.
Perfect. Yeah, the EMP mustache wax coming soon. So right on, Bull. Oh man, I love you guys. So yeah, no doubt. And we have a lot of cool accessories that we're working on too. Again, I know a lot of you want tumblers and keychains. But unfortunately through the print on demand side, it's like $50 for a coffee mug by the time you pay for shipping. So we're looking into having actual custom items built for us that we can order in bulk, and then again, it's much easier and better, more affordable process for everybody. So yeah, really exciting stuff on the merch side. All right, cool. Bull, anything else, brother? Or anybody else from the army want to add anything
Kirk,
before we jump into questions?
yeah, I think Kirk is good to go. Kirk, are you there, bud?
I am. What
Kirk,
is up?
what's up, brother? How are you?
Good, my friend. How are you?
Good, brother. Good. So yeah,
Good. Good.
great suggestion on the gift cards, but remember, don't
Oh yeah.
don't share your gift card code with your seed phrase, right? Yeah,
Yes, I
yeah,
was. I was meaning to send it privately to LA. We were working on it together and send it to the
yeah.
wrong room.
Oh,
Um, but hey, listen, I wanted to get on the other day and couldn't because I switched over to my phone. And maybe people have seen it. I just went ahead and posted it in the main channel. Again, I'm doing a quick contest to thank everybody for over 200 hours of viewing on my YouTube channel, and a little alpha for this room. Speaking of the gift cards, I'm adding a $25 gift card to this prize, so that'll get you just about anything except for the hoodies, I think, in the merch store. So I'm going to add that tomorrow. I'm not going to announce it until after she goes live with the merch store in the main channel, but just for you guys here, that's going to get added in. And so if you haven't already, take a look at that. And if you want to join into the contest to potentially win 200 EMP and a $25 gift card, well, help yourself.
Awesome, brother.
So I've got that going on. And I also just wanted to quickly say to you, AJ, that speaking of my videos, I did that one on Impulse, and it has just blown away the performance. It's gone way above every other video that I've done in a short period of time. It's only been up there for a couple of days.
Yeah.
I just wanted to share that with you. I mean, the interest in it is high.
Yeah,
so I was
brother.
pretty excited about that. So I just wanted to share that with you, let you know that that's my #1 video now. So,
amazing, Kirk. Yeah, bro. Well, and real fast before we move away from that topic, that shows the power of Impulse and Pulse. Again, the algorithm eats that up because there really is not a lot of good coverage. I posted about 4 channels that I follow that really do a great job doing a deep dive into Pulse. But the way you explained it, brother, that was really, really powerful. And again, if anybody has questions on how we're gonna kind of roll out IMP or Impulse, that is literally the best overview I've seen so far, Kirk. So
thanks so much.
Yeah,
can you place that in the YouTube link right now, Kirk?
Yeah, I can. And by the way, Bull, did you know I have a YouTube channel? There's some videos on there that
I just found out today, and I watched that Impulse video, and it's incredible. I'm sorry I didn't realize until today that you had a channel. So, but yeah, great job, man.
Yeah, perfect, guys. Yeah, absolutely. Kirk, please post that on Telegram and Discord and on YouTube as well if you can. I don't know. I think it'll let you post another video link. But yeah, everybody check that out. And and I'm sure we'll be doing follow videos as well. Right, Kirk?
Yep. Oh, yes, sir. I am excited about some new stuff that we got going on. I'll be doing a whole series, a redo of all of the videos that I have. Will be completely redone for the new 2.0 web UI once we have that ready to go. And then also some new stuff that I'm working on.
Perfect. Thanks, brother.
Thanks, brother. Yeah, you got it.
All right, there you have it. And I mean, that's a great example, Bull. I know you preach it a lot. That's another reason why we want to be where the eyeballs are. And so whether Impulse is successful or Pulse Chain is successful, or not, I mean, that's really not the point. The point is that, that we are in front of the right people, and that, again, no matter what the markets do, we're poised to diversify our risk, and be there so that no matter what happens, we still win. And that's a really important concept to understand, from not only from an investment standpoint, but from the health of the overall DeFi ecosystem. Again, there's always going to be the next new thing. We just need to be able to capitalize on that. And I mean, I've been pushing that video for Kirk hard, but I think a lot of it's organic from people that want to know how Impulse is going to roll out. And again, there's a lot of stuff that I haven't even shared with all of you. I mean, again, we've done some pretty in-depth reviews on what the game plan is for Impulse. But there's a lot of stuff up our sleeve that I have not released. I know, there's been some concern that, people are going to leave their EMP positions to get into Impulse. And, this is crypto. It's decentralized. That's the beauty of what we built, is that is your prerogative. I mean, if you want to get rid of an asset that's actually producing for you to go into an asset that may or may not succeed, I don't think that's a good idea, but it's up to you to do that. But that being said, we're going to have a lot of other incentives when it comes to Impulse and EMP that, again, leaving your already established positions in EMP would be a very, very bad decision. So, again, not financial advice, and just know that we have a lot in the works. We'll be ready to share when the time is right. And again, as long as you're in the farms and you're heavily rated in that EMP LP, you're producing ESHARE every day. No matter what happens, you're going to be benefiting. So that's again why we say what we say. So all right, awesome. Bull, who's next, brother?
Me.
All right, go ahead, my friend. Yes.
Thank you. So, Kirk is a great example of micro marketing, right? When people say when marketing, and I like to say when when are you going to do something? The great thing about crypto and DeFi is literally everything is in your hands. You're responsible for everything you do. And the great part about EMP is that we're all owners of this protocol, and we can do a little tiny bit to help protect our investment or invest in our investment by marketing, by reaching out on your socials, like, sharing, and subscribing on other people that are doing videos on EMP. But the big point to take away from this is, like, the 6 guys that are on the team here have limited time during the day. They have obligations to do things in the background. And so we can't always rely on them to do the things, especially considering that we are part owners of this protocol ourselves. So, when people talk about what is everybody else doing for the protocol, or what is the team doing, it's best to focus on, in general, in your life, is to focus on what you can do to make your situation better. And it's starting with something small, learning. Like Kirk said, I know his story, and we joke around about the YouTube thing, but I know he has one. And he didn't know how to do it, just like I didn't know how to do it. We started out at the first step, not knowing what to do, how it was going to turn out. And so it's the power of believing that, your engagement matters. It matters that you believe in yourself to try to do something. And the best time to do that type of thing is right now, because you don't want to wait for tomorrow, because to some degree we are all little procrastinators, and it's the little bit that keeps adding up that stops us from doing things. So the best time to do anything in your life is right now, because that's when it has the biggest impact, to change something for the better in your life. And so that's all I was going to say on that. And so.
Yeah, Bull. No, that's amazing, brother. Again, I always appreciate your input, and yeah, it's 100% true. I mean, even the fact that I know, and Kirk is an amazing example. I know Crypto Pride is another example. You, Bull, you yourself, I know you haven't had time to get back to the your YouTube like you used to. But I mean, literal YouTube channels can be built around EMP. And you can launch, your own project, or not project, but your own side hustle just around
Mhm.
EMP alone. I mean, that's huge, and not only can that become an additional revenue stream, but in turn
Mhm.
it helps the project, and it helps your bags. Again, I mean, I say it all the time. We're not a security. We never had a pre-sale. All the liquidity is user provided liquidity. And so you're all owners in this protocol. It's an economy. It's not a security. And so with that being said, it's up to all of you to help pump your bags. And if I can help educate and pump my own bags, and you benefit from that along the way, then that's cool. I mean, that's a great side effect. But we just launched code on the internet, and we're seeing some amazing results. While again, literally 95% of all the other crypto projects out there, especially in DeFi, have been bleeding out and dying, and we're continuing to maintain, if not even grow, during a bear market. And those are the projects that you want to follow, because if a project can survive a bear market, and continue to build, the amount of wealth that is created is can be mind-boggling, when we have another bull run, hopefully, by the end of the year, if we're lucky. So yeah, awesome. All right, Bull, good deal,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh,
Anything else? Go
oh,
ahead.
sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. I just want to point out one thing about crypto YouTube history. Um, Almost all of the big channels that speak specifically about crypto were launched during bear markets. It's the people that are persistent and consistent through the bear markets, which we are in, that will, the people that are consistent, like I said, and give content to the people that are watching. Those are the people that will build their audiences through the bear market. And when, Joe Sixpack or Average Jane comes back and wants to learn about crypto, that's when your channel is going to explode. Most people have run away, from crypto now because it's a little scary. But the diehards are the people that are still in crypto, the people that are still watching videos, and that's who you want to build your audience around, are the people who are engaged and love this space and are going to be here through thick and thin. But it is the best way to build the channel, because you're not going to, it's hard to launch your channel in a bull market when there's 5 million channels about crypto. But because it's a bear right now, 4 million of those YouTubers have disappeared. And so if you can talk about a new and exciting project like EMP or Impulse, that's what's going to build your base right now. And like I said, the best time to build for the future is right now.
Absolutely, Bull, and it's true. I mean, YouTube is the king. I mean, again, that's why we really focus a lot on our influencers on YouTube. I don't remember the exact numbers, but I remember reading an article that was like a ridiculous number, like over 80% of all crypto advice and comes from YouTube. So it is the king, but if you're maybe creating videos is not your thing. Again, LA is a great example of this. She started writing the Medium articles. Joe did our Reddit. And again, there's a lot of other ways to help promote what we're doing. Another awesome platform is Hive, what the blockchain that Splinterlands is built on. That's Web 3.0, and you can actually get rewarded in Hive tokens for blogging. So again, that would be another awesome entry into the ecosystem, and another way to earn outside of EMP, to bring the profits back home to the mothership. So yeah, really, really exciting stuff. And again, by being involved in EMP, you have the inside scoop on, opportunities like that. I mean, again, I know a lot of you say that EMP is your first crypto project, and my God, I mean, if I got the education that we're giving as my first crypto project, I can't imagine how far ahead of the line, so to speak, I would be. And so it makes me, again, that's what keeps me going every day, and working hard, is because, again, the education piece is so huge, and to hear all of you learning and becoming a better DeFi user from what we're preaching, that makes it all worth it for me, for sure. So, all right, awesome, Bull. Anything else, bro? I hate to keep cutting you off. You could go all day, man. I love it. Yeah.
I'm sorry. My wife says I need to be a better listener, so I'm working on it. But I linked up Kirk's video on Impulse on the current stream right now. So, but we're on to questions. On to questions now.
All right, brother.
Roger
Awesome.
Waters on YouTube wants to know, how does the execute strategy work?
Yeah, that's a great question, man. We haven't talked about that in a while. So yeah, the execute strategy. I mean, that was kind of the first EMP innovation. Again, we started as a tomb fork, and we always wanted to be different. We had a lot of plans, like again through Detonator and nodes. I mean, that was always part of the roadmap from day one. But the execute strategy button was something that set us apart. And really, to be honest, that really wasn't part of the original roadmap. It was something that was born out of the need and the necessity. So we launched our academy, and even after people went through the academy, they still said, "Man, wouldn't it be great if there was a way, that we could just have the platform allocate the investment into all the proper places with the proper ratios, all with a few clicks." And we said, "Well, yeah, that's an amazing idea. You know what? Let's make it happen." So again, Jake, our developer. One of the most talented people I've ever met in my life. He was able to code from the ground up, modifying the zapping functionality of other protocols, and we came up with the execute strategy button. So what that is it's on our homepage towards the bottom. If you have fresh capital, or even if you have EMP, there's about 4 different options that you can use, and you select whatever amount of money and whatever currency you want to use, and it will automatically distribute your capital into LP tokens and deposit them into the appropriate farms and the boardroom. So again, the way it's set right now on the homepage is what we recommend. But you can actually move the sliders around to fit your personal needs. But it's really powerful. It's a one-stop shop. You don't have to make LP on your own. You don't have to zap into multiple things. You just set the percentages, and then it pops up about 4 or 5 different transactions on your MetaMask. You approve all of them, and your LP is where it should be. So again, sometimes it fails, but that doesn't mean that you lose the money. You just have to find your LP. Sometimes it stays in your wallet instead of going into the farms, but it's usually easy fix. And if you do have any issues with it, definitely ask, and somebody will help. But yeah, Bull, you want to explain execute strategy a little better? Or, sorry, I felt like that was a mouthful.
No, that was really good. I would just point out that from my recollection, that was born right here in the AMAs from
It
user
was.
feedback. Yep.
Absolutely. It absolutely was.
So that's the power of engaging, getting involved and, not being afraid to ask a question, because just keep in mind, if you have the question, there's probably hundreds of others that have the question. So no question is a bad question.
Absolutely. Yeah, and again, that's how we embrace innovation. I think a lot of other projects, um, again, even to this day, I mean, and execute strategy, that's even open source. So, I mean, we've seen a lot of other projects try to copy what we're doing, but it boils down to pure laziness, that other projects don't have something like that for their users, that makes it easier. So again, I mean, if that doesn't show you what we're all about, I don't think anything will. So yeah, we're always interested in making it a better experience, making it easier, and ultimately, allowing you to participate in the ideal way that's not only best for your bags, but is best for the protocol as well. So yeah.
Cool. Now, this is a good question. It's so good. It's been posted by the same user with different names on Discord and Telegram.
Okay.
And maybe it's never really been talked about in a long. I think it's been I know it's been talked about a long time ago, but it's something I think we've stopped talking about. What is the EMP Treasury?
Yeah, brother, I just saw that question, so I'm glad you brought it up right now. So, yeah, that is an awesome question. I mean, again, I take for granted sometimes that we talk about things, and if you're new to crypto or you're new to finance in general, we can kind of, get a little bit off topic. But so the EMP Treasury is essentially the war chest, or the main holding of EMP. Again, we're not a business. I don't want to say we're a business, but if we were a business, it would be like the bank account of the business. So again, we're decentralized, so it's under multi-sig, and it's not something any one person controls. It's all done through code, but essentially it's a savings account where, again, through the blockchain, a portion of every boardroom print that happens, I think off the top of my head, I think it's about 30% of every boardroom of the new EMP that is minted goes to our treasury. And so what happens is we have this large reserve of EMP, but that money or that capital is just in there not doing anything. And so what I think a lot of other projects have missed the boat on, so to speak, or underestimate the power of using the treasury for good. So a lot of times projects will take that native asset from the treasury and dump it on their community. And by doing that, they're able to, have some cash reserves to pay for marketing, or to pay for other stuff, or to pay the dev to go to dinner. I mean, there's a lot of misuse of funds as well. But all that being said, we have developed a way to use our treasury for good. And so, for good, meaning not for good, but so what that means is we are able to pair that EMP that is in the treasury with ETH from our ETH staking contract, and we're able to use that capital to help produce yield through our ecosystem. So by doing this, we become our own good whale, so to speak, and we help protect the protocol. And it really is powerful, and it's something that, again, over time, the idea is that the treasury will become so big that we're able to perpetually fund our projects, our detonator nodes, that there's this massive reserve that helps prop everything up. So yeah, again, that's kind of a deep dive into the treasury, but I know Machu is here. I don't know, he's a numbers guy. He might be able to say it better, or Bull, you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, I'll take a quick crack at it. Like you said, AJ, the Treasury has a reserve of EMP that the Treasury doesn't want to dump on the community, meaning sell it on the market and drive the price down and scare everybody to think there's a rug pull in effect. So the Treasury, in a very effective way, wants to use that. So I think that's the design of the ETH staking contract as one example, to bring in extra liquidity into the ecosystem, and not coming from sales of something, but fresh capital to enter the system to pair up with an existing asset, EMP, that the Treasury has. And then in effect, the effect of doing that is number one, it can earn the Treasury a yield from being in the farm. It can also bolster the ecosystem by deepening the liquidity in that pool, and obviously earning e-shares that it can use to sell for profit, because e-share has always been the vehicle that you should use to sell for profit, and that is what the Treasury uses, to hire YouTubers, to hire artists, to graphic designers, or pay the YouTubers. That comes from e-shares in profit from being in the farm. But that's one use. So I hope that's somewhat clear. Was that okay?
Yeah, Bull. No, absolutely. And again, that's a major distinction. Just like we say to everybody in the ecosystem, you take profits in ESHARE, and ESHARE has enough inherent value, that we can. Because yeah, does the Treasury need funds to pay for things like Bull said? Absolutely. I mean, but at the very last resort, again, we've only done it a handful of times, mostly early on in the project when we were skyrocketing above peg. I mean, like, 2, 3, 4x over peg. So that we would sell a little bit of EMP to help us have some cash reserves. And then that cash reserve, again, we did over $400,000 of buybacks on EMP early in the project. We continue to do them as well. Again, we don't announce it ahead of time because it can be exploitable and act as exit liquidity for bad actors. But again, the larger the treasury grows on cash reserves, the more flexibility we have on supporting PEG, on adding more LP to Detonator.
Launching other projects,
Yes,
for
brother.
instance.
Exactly, and that would be really important with Impulse. Again, that ties into that. So yeah, the Treasury is literally the heart of our project, and the larger that Treasury grows, the more incredible things we can do with this project, and what will bring us to a blue chip status. Because what also happens is, as you build those cash reserves through the Treasury, then you move into another phase on that cash where it's called hypothecation, or rehypothecation. So what that is where the cash reserves start actually building and are utilized in low risk protocols through, again, yield farming, through pancake swap, or other really safe protocols. And again, we always diversify and mitigate the risk, but that capital will actually produce a yield. And so what that means is that's actually fresh income entering the system because our treasury is able to produce more yield from the assets that we have, whether it be EMP or again just BNB or ETH or whatever. And so that concept is also really powerful, because once that happens, then we're in this equilibrium of never having to drain our ecosystem to pay for things, because there's always an income stream. So yeah, absolutely.
I think you've mentioned something along the lines of other projects, coming to EMP, but having certain like TVL requirements or liquidity. And I know that's slightly off topic, but that's really something that's important for the treasury too, right? Like, is to have those goals, to have certain numbers, and
Yeah,
so the blue chips want to come play with EMP, right? I
exactly.
mean,
Yes. So yeah, and again, I mean, this is, we may be another year away, but the magic number as far as liquidity, and again, the treasury kind of plays into that because we're building LP of our own in the treasury. But once we reach about 30 million in liquidity, which again, I mean, we're almost there as it is. I thought it would take a year to get there, but it's only taken about 4 months. But um, that's kind of the magic number. So once you have over 30 million in liquidity, 32 million to be exact, I don't know why, but it's been for multiple projects. Once we reach that threshold, then we kind of move out of the micro cap category, and we become a little bit more of a force to be reckoned with. So when we have deep liquidity, again, we talk about this all the time. It allows whales to get in and out of the project without moving the price insane. It helps our peg because when somebody dumps, 100,000 EMP, the peg barely moves. So again, liquidity is so important. The treasury is so important, and honestly, a lot of other projects really do not have the amount of focus that they should on building a massive treasury, because that will fix a lot of problems. And again, not to say we have problems in EMP, but if you're looking for a project to be sustainable, it has to be accomplished through a massive treasury. So yeah, that's why again we probably we don't talk about it enough, but maybe we should start harping on why the treasury is so important. And we also, again, through this ETH staking contract, we've also considered offering these treasury services to other projects as software as a service. So again, for those of you that are from a software background, it basically is a white label option so that other projects can use our code to help them build their own treasuries. And by doing so, it's another revenue stream for us as well. So yeah, that alone is really powerful. So yeah, does that help, Bull? That was a really good
Yeah,
question. Yeah,
yeah. I kind of threw us out in the weeds there a little bit, but yeah, you nailed it.
killer. Yeah, all right, cool. And yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't
Cool.
want to put him on the spot, but Machu is here. I don't know if he again, he's the numbers guy. He can probably give you a better idea from a numbers standpoint. But yeah, I don't know if he's available. All right, yeah, I don't think he is. So, all right,
Okay.
yeah. So go ahead. We got more
Yeah,
questions
yeah,
or
yeah. So,
yeah.
yep. Here on Discord, Ed S asks, how about creating auto compounders which automatically to invest into the execute strategy 80/20 that you discussed? It would make a very easy entry point for newbies.
So we pretty much have that already with the autovaults. Again, if you're saying that you want it to automatically distribute your shares and not take profit in shares, that not only is that a little bit over the top from a complication standpoint, but then we start blurring the line of like managing funds for you. And again, that's not really something that we want to get into. But yeah, I mean, I think that the auto vaults are a really good solution in the meantime because again, once you're in the vaults, once you're in the farms and you do the execute strategy once, you can actually run the execute strategy again with with fresh capital. It would have to be a little tiny amount of fresh capital, but it will run it as a compound for you as it is. Again, you have to have a little fresh capital. It doesn't do it without anything in your wallet, but so yeah, I don't know if that helps. Again, I can maybe show it on screen one day to help explain it better. But yeah, as it is now, again, if you just did the execute strategy every day, it will kind of auto compound for you. Now, you have to be careful because if you don't have a lot of money in the system, you can burn through the gas more than it would be make sense to compound. And again, if you're looking to really have a more hands-off approach, the auto vaults are where you need to be anyway. And again, those of you who may not know, auto vaults basically is a way for you to earn passively without having to do anything. We recommend the Magik Finance Vault. You put your LP, your EMP LP, or your BNB eShare LP into the auto vault, and then it automatically sells the eShares that you would accumulate, and it puts it back into EMP LP or BNB eShare LP. And this is amazing not only from an investment standpoint, because it maximizes your returns without having to do anything, but it's really healthy for the protocol because it's constant buy pressure on EMP because half of that is always buying new EMP off the market. And Magic specifically is important because they have a burn mechanic. So again, most protocols take about 0.01% as a management fee, and they all do it in some way or another, whether they're taking it on the front end or the back end. But really, with Magic, they take half of that fee from their own wallet and use it to buy back EMP and burn it. So as the investor, it's not any additional money to you. It's coming out of Magik's pool, so to speak. So that's really, really important and why it's an amazing project over there. So yeah, anything you want to add to that, Bull? Go ahead, bro.
No, I think I'm good on that.
Perfect.
Okay. You got me speechless.
Yeah, man. That's a rarity, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Blah 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 blah. Count Tocula.
Yeah.
So Joe Schmo on YouTube wants to know: can we get a hybrid zap that zaps together EMP and another token into EMP ETH tokens?
All right. Well, I don't know how that math would work out, but yeah. I mean, I guess you're saying, uh, I don't know what you're saying actually. So yeah, I guess maybe taking an LP token that you already have and then liquidating that into the EMP LP
Well,
token, or
like any type of token that's out there, not necessarily an LP, but
oh yeah, okay, I understand now. So yeah,
yeah.
that yeah, man, that kind of plays into something that we're working on. I know I talk about it a lot, but again, we have priorities that we have to abide by. And again, Jake is only one human being. We are looking to expand the team right now, but it is tricky because again, we need developers that we can wholeheartedly trust and manage. But yeah, that does play into an idea that we have on the roadmap. Again, you may be able to listen to some old AMAs, LA. I don't know if you can find it, but we talk about an internal swap. So there is an
Mhm.
idea of having some sort of an exchange, for lack of a better word, but it would be through our own treasury, and it would be on our website. So um, again, if you want to buy EMP, that would be routed to PancakeSwap. But if you want to sell EMP, which again we don't ever recommend doing anyway, but maybe something comes up, you have to do it. Well, if you use our internal swap, um, then that EMP can be routed through our treasury where we buy it back from you, and then it doesn't register as a sell on the market. So there's some really interesting economics at play that we could do through that internal swap, and it would be a fee generating mechanism as well. So again, rather than paying PancakeSwap, their fees, we would take the fees through our own protocol, and again, another revenue stream for all of us. So yeah, great question. Once I understood it, sorry. Yeah. So go ahead, Bull.
No, maybe I just read that poorly. That's on me. So, looks like the peg dance is starting. Everybody's celebrating, which is a
Yeah,
time honored tradition here at EMP.
it is. Yeah, brother. I know. Again, I'm a fan of the piggy dance. I know it's part of our culture here at EMP. I come from a DeFi degen background, and so whenever I look at new projects and I don't see any, memes or gifts or whatever. Nobody's, it looks dead. I mean, it looks like there's no activity, there's no excitement. So when our project was in the beginning and was struggling, and we wanted to rally the community around what we're doing. Couch Money, one of our longtime members, initiated this tradition to where whenever the boardroom is printing, we do what we call the Peggy dance. So peg again, peg, Peggy. That's where it comes from. And so yeah, every time around this time, we'll have about 10 minutes of crazy gifts and messages. And again, I get that it can be a little overwhelming. You might not like it, but it's part of our culture. And again, we have Discord if you want to be a little more structured, or it's easier for you to follow. Discord is a great option, but yeah, Telegram is the party room every 6 hours. So the pub, so to speak. And then once the piggy dance is over, we delete all the gifts, and then we get back to business. So again, don't be uptight, be respectful, but piggy dance is here to stay. So yeah. Anything you want to add, Paul, about that?
Um, just that, I think there's a command now to clean up after the party, which is a nice thing, so people can wake up and they don't see that they missed 2,000 messages when 1,500 of them were pictures. And so um, that's from community feedback. That just shows you guys are always listening to us, and and trying to streamline kind of the process and make it faster to read through the channel. Because like I said, I've said repeatedly, I read every message because I think it's important to gauge the health of the community, and and give feedback too when people have questions. Of course you have to fight to be the first one to answer, because there's so many good so many good and engaged people here. But to speak specifically about the history of it, is that was something, that was one of the things that really galvanized the community and gave us something to celebrate. And, it's never done with any type of disrespect or trying to be, sexist or anything like that. Because I think straight away, right in the beginning of this project, we all talked about how, we want more ladies in crypto. We respect ladies in crypto. Matter of fact, I have a very special video about that on my channel. That I dedicated, to the ladies of crypto and the like ladies in my life. But the point is that it was something that the community could kind of grab onto and celebrate and dance. And so uh, that's really the best way to look at it, is just that it's a measure of celebration for the the success, the economic success that we found here, the friends that we found here. And so I would just encourage everybody to think deeply about it. And I know DeFi and crypto in general is full of a lot of just shady, scummy kind of stuff. But um, the peg dance it's nothing like that. It's a measure of celebration for the community and peg and everything. So I would venture to say, if I was more mathematically inclined, there's a real quantitative value to that, especially in the beginning, and there still is to this day. So, like you said, it's here to stay, and fortunately, we have a lot of options here. You can go to, if you don't like it, the peg dance specifically, you could just avoid those 10 or 15 minutes, twice a day or 4 times a day, however long you stay up, right? Or you could move to Discord because the peggy dance isn't there. But just keeping in mind always that it's a measure of celebration, and believe me, you'll want the peg dance back if we were to be under peg for a month. And not I'm not foreshadowing or anything. I'm just saying that that lets everybody know, like, shit, we're above peg, we're printing. So if you don't see that, oh, okay, we're not below, we're below peg. Why? And I've told Couch so many times in the past, when we used to lose peg, I'm like, hey, bro, you got to get back in there and pump up the audience and pump up the crowd and get this peggy dance started. And, because Couch is awesome. He did that. He spends a lot of time in the channel answering questions, helping people. He's on the phone, hours every day, helping people in the community, making them laugh through the gifts that were started in the peg dance, his gifts, just the general spirit, like you'll find about the guy. He's not doing that in a disrespectful manner, because you'll see he's a fun loving guy that cares about your experience and your bags here. So that's really, what the peg dance is all about. So hopefully that helps some people that are unfamiliar.
Yeah, that was a great deep dive, Bull. And again, I wanted to make sure we gave everybody the history behind it. I mean, crypto is meant to be fun, guys. I mean, we do that with Detonator. We get on here every day, we celebrate, and when we're not printing, when the boardroom's not printing, the piggy dance doesn't happen. So, you're gonna learn to love the piggy dance because it only happens when we're all making money, and we celebrate again. I mean, we don't post any, overly sexually explicit content. No nudity, but a good-looking lady or the Burr. I mean, again, SpongeBob. Whatever you want to post, go for it.
Yeah.
And
Hermit,
that's yeah,
hermit,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, totally. So, and that's really again part of our culture. And if you're on Telegram, chances are you're not, a hedge fund manager looking to get in the project, and you stumble upon all these crazy gifts, so really, again, if you're trying to introduce somebody to EMP, and you want more of the one-on-one attention, or don't want to be bothered, with all the shenanigans, then Discord really is the place to be. And honestly, Discord is a lot more organized. Whether again, whether you like, again, the buzzkill. No, a lot of people don't like Discord because they say it might be boring or whatever. But really, from an educational standpoint, Discord is really the best place to be because all the channels are organized. You're going to get one-on-one attention over there. Charlie, Joe, Red, Randy. Oh my God, Randy, he's
Bro, yep.
killing it. Machine Chan, all the mods over there on Discord just absolutely crush it. So yeah, that again, we have options for everybody. So hopefully
That's right.
that clears it up, and celebrate in the piggy dance with us, or don't. I mean, that's okay too. So all right, awesome, Bull.
Hey,
Yeah,
AJ.
Ellie, yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to hop in and say those dates you were looking for before.
Okay, yeah.
423.
The 18th and 19th of May, it looks like you were talking about those for anyone who wants to know about the internal swaps.
Amazing. God, you're on it, LA again.
Like a machine.
Yeah, she is. Ask and you shall receive, right? Holy cow. So, all right, perfect.
And then
Thank you. Yeah.
I wanted to also make sure that this guy's question got asked because it looked like it popped up before the Peggy dance, and I saw him ask this another night too. Max wanted to know what the farms will produce as yield once the ESHARE supply is reached.
Yeah, so that's a great question, and one that we get quite often. Really, we kind of always just talk about what that there will be the emissions ending. We really haven't gone into what the next phase will be, so to speak, or what the new token or asset is that you will earn. Again, we'll get to that in due time. But the short answer is um, we will most likely extend ESHARE emissions another year. Again, we have a lot on the plate right now, and I'll do another full write-up when we're ready with an update to our docs and our white paper. But we have that flexibility. I mean, again, and usually when you increase the supply of a token, it's a negative because there's more in circulation. But we've already planned for this. We're 1/3 of what a normal circulating supply is on share tokens. So even if we extend it for another year, that will double the supply. But that is still only 2/3 of literally every other major tomb fork protocol. So we're still way ahead of the game, and we can see share prices again get to astronomical numbers with the amount of expansion and as emissions continue to grow. So yeah, again, and again, that could change. Don't take it as gospel, but we most likely will extend ESHARE emissions for another year, so that gives us about 18 months, to figure it out. But we already have it figured out. I just don't want to publicly comment. Again, if you listen to the AMAs, you kind of probably already have an idea of what we're gonna do. once ESHARE emissions end, there will be another reward mechanism for providing liquidity, or other use cases where the Treasury may be so big at that point that we don't really have to worry about incentivizing user provided liquidity. So again, we have a lot of time before we get to that, but know that we already have a plan. We have a 5-year plan and a 10-year plan. I just don't, again, talk about it until we're ready to talk about it. But I can tell you all that it's extremely bullish, and it's why, we kind of said it over the AMAs as well, is like those that dump EMP, are going to really regret that in the long run, because the idea is that we provide a mechanism where it's actually more profitable to hold your EMP or to stake your EMP than to actually sell it. So, and again, that's through revenue share, through the boardroom, through the Treasury. There's a lot of options that we have once eShares stop emitting. And eShares will always have value too. I mean, the boardroom mechanic, will still be in place even after eShares are over. So there will always be value to eShare, and eShare will also become some sort of a governance token. Again, we have some ideas around whether EMP or eShare becomes a governance token, but we have plans for all that. So yeah, that was a loaded question, LA. That's a big one. So
Yep. She walked you into a time or a minefield there, but
yeah, yeah.
I, I,
I
I
I referred him to the YouTube videos the first night, and then he asked it again, so I knew he really wanted to know the answer. So I
perfect.
had to ask you.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
appreciate it. Again, there's never a question I won't answer. So that's wonderful. And again, if it's a question that we see more than once, that means a lot of people have that. So yeah, Bull, you
mhm.
want to add to that, brother? Anything else based
Yeah,
on
sure.
what 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 again, I mean, you're a community member just like anybody else, but my co-host with the most, you've heard me talk about it a lot, so maybe there was something I
Yeah.
left out. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that question really ultimately ties back a lot to, the question that was answered earlier about what is the Treasury. And, by building the Treasury, it gives you options. And, options give you opportunity. And that's the thing here that, one of the, there's so much I love here, but that's one of the things I like so much about like the ecosystem here is that there are so many options to give opportunities, right? Like Couch coined the phrase, there's 10 ways to earn. And so when I look at it and, I talked about previously, like the e-staking contract about like why that's so important, to bolster the treasury. It's not just financial either. It's to show people that, the treasury being a participant in it, and acting in a good manner to grow the ecosystem, grows their bags. So it is, ultimately financial. That part is really important, but for people to understand the mechanic that, the treasury being, strong, even though those APRs, like I said, look lower, just like they look lower, in the EMP ETH LP. Those things are vitally important to the financial health of the ecosystem, which relates to the strength of the treasury. But as has, like AJ has alluded to, the idea of, like the impulse launch, and the treasury doing, the Genesis participation, and why that's so important. Like when people are saying, well, I'm worried about people taking from EMP to IMP. Why? Um, the Treasury itself is going to go over there, stabilize it, and then everybody's going to have that opportunity. And that's why, that's another reason it's vitally important that the Treasury is sound, because, I've talked about this a lot in the past, that I've been involved in so many different projects as an investor, and I've seen good projects all collapse. The vast majority of projects collapse, not because they have bad economics, but generally, not because they have bad code, but because they have bad economics. And because what ends up happening is the treasury is depleted to pay for things, and where here that's not the case. The treasury being a participant and selling that ESHARE allows these things to be built, options to be built, which gives everybody here opportunity. And that's why I stress to people like the importance of that, because whilst that's very, like everybody here is financially motivated, if everybody understands, they're educated about why it's important for the treasury, they know, they believe, they see what AJ has built, they see that he's here every day, they see his passion and his enthusiasm. If the treasury is weak, none of those options exist for us, because these guys are going to be stressed out and like they can't do their jobs behind the scenes. And so when the treasury is strong, it's going to benefit us all. Maybe not exponentially is not the right term, but our bags are going to grow and give us options. And that's a great thing. Like just speaking from when AJ talked about Telegram and Discord, this is for somebody, this is for somebody else. Like different things, people are different. People like different things. But the great thing, what? More options, more choices, more opportunity to, meet friends in Discord or Telegram or on YouTube. But it's options that really build, a community and build an ecosystem, and that's what we have here.
For sure, bro. That was amazing, man. You're on fire today again. Again, I know you say you ramble or that you're not a good listener, but you are, man. It's all about, again, the way I say something, the way you say something, the way somebody else says something. It helps drive home.
It's
For
awesome.
for those that want to know what we're talking about. So, and yeah, to build on what Bill said again. I mean, just because I don't talk about it on the AMAs, or we don't give you a 30-page roadmap oriented white paper, that doesn't mean that we don't have plans and we don't again have the infrastructure ready to roll. I mean, we again, this is not our first rodeo. I've seen many projects die, and we've learned from all of those projects. I mean, again, I have over, I mean, I started in 2014, full time since 2017. I know I said it in another AMA, 10,000 hours. So when you put in 10,000 hours, you become an expert in something. And I've put in my 10,000 hours when it comes to crypto. Now, does that mean that I know everything? No, absolutely not. We're always learning, we're always adapting, we're always pivoting. Um, but that's the bull's point, is that we have options. We're not pigeonholed. We're not, we didn't create sloppy code. We didn't just fork another project without any innovation. And again, that's 99% of all other crypto projects. And we're not that. So I hope that gives everybody some confidence that we kind of know what we're doing, so to speak. And we're always open to feedback. And who knows, man? I mean, a year is a long time in crypto. So when we get closer, to that point, then we can pivot or reevaluate, or move forward with exactly what we have planned. And at the end of the day, it's about mitigating risk, and continuing to make a platform that everybody can win, as long as you have a long-term mindset, and you're not, day trading or getting in and out of the project. If you're here for the long run, you're going to be set up for success. So, all right, awesome. Great deep dive. Man,
Hey,
this is a good AMA the last 30 minutes here. Go ahead, LA. You got more to add?
I was just going to say, when I went back and transcribed the call where you introduced Impulse, and I listened again to what Machu said about what it really meant, like mathematically, that the Treasury was going to do the Genesis phase, I got so excited, like just seeing it in front of me, like what he actually said. Like, I highly suggest going back and listening to that part again of the call.
Like, it is so good that you're doing it that way. It's so smart in so many ways.
No doubt, LA. Thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, I mean, we do. We've assembled the dream team. You know, not only our core team, but the community. I know I say it a lot. We have some big brain motherfuckers in EMP, and that again, we're all participating for the greater good of the project. So yeah, and again, I mean, I know it's a lot of info. I talk fast. Sometimes it's hard to understand what I say. But that the overarching the concepts that we're trying to tell everybody about, this is the cutting edge of DeFi. So if you don't understand, what we're saying on the first go round, or it kind of goes over your head a little bit, I mean, that is completely normal. Don't feel like you're, a noob or whatever. I mean, this is the cutting edge. I mean, crypto is the 1% of the 1%. DeFi is the 1% of that 1%. And we are the 1% of that 1%. Because, again, seigniorage protocols alone are something that are fairly new, as far as what the code base. Again, I mean, it's probably within the last 4 or 5 years. We're building the better wheel, so to speak. But yeah, I mean, we're on the cutting edge of all of that. So, Bull, go ahead, bro. Any other questions? I got time for about 2 or 3 more. I want to go a little bit late today because, again, Fridays are my family day. I mean, I'm always working, but I won't do the AMA tomorrow. So, yeah, you got any more for me?
No, bro, I think we're good.
All right. Well, I know the Peggy dance is still going. Again, we had about 700% in the boardroom and climbing. Again, make sure you're farming ESHAREs, not necessarily buying them. But maybe you want to speculate. Maybe you're a DGen and you want to get ESHARE while you can. Again, that's your prerogative. But we always suggest LP as the first place to start. So, and even if you did ape into eShare, or maybe you bought too many nodes to begin with, and now you have a bunch of EMP you don't know what to do with, again, please reach out to one of our admins, or in Discord or Telegram, or watch our Academy over again, or go through some of our YouTube videos on YouTube, because you can always readjust your percentages to have the winning formula. So, all right, awesome. Well, Bull, thank you again for always being my co-host with the most. I don't see any other questions. I was looking one more time on YouTube. Any other ones? Last call. Any other ones, Bull?
No. When Moon.
When Moon. Yeah, I love that one. That's true. When Moon. What do you say, Bull? When you, right? Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. When it's the only question you can really answer. It's when are you gonna do something? So it's the best. It's the best thing because it's where we have the greatest impact, is to change the things about ourselves that are either the bad things we want to change, or amplify the good things that we have. So when right now, that's the time.
Perfect. On that note, we're going to wrap it up. So, again, thank you all for being here. We appreciate all of you, and I'll see you in 2 days. So, good night, good day. We'll see you in 2 days. Bye bye.